Well, I was gonna try and, if it's okay with everybody, say a few more commercials. I have a really good commercial. I hope Allie isn't offended. I know that they have a lot of established rapport and charm built into the economy and the industry and the world itself. So, if it's okay with her, I'd like to continue maybe talking to another woman, Kate Vogel, who's very extraordinary. I know her well. We know each other really well. We collaborate together. Probably based on the fact that I write world brands, and so she wrote Manhattan from the Sky, which is from my unicorn commercial. So there's a lot of work that she does based on a lot of the writings that I wrote. So I try to take care of her when I can. I will say one thing to her: as much as I love her to death, as much as a lot of people seem to want to sort of intersect our relationship, she knows that, and I've warned her about it time and again. For some reason, at some times, I'm very disturbed when it comes to what I value most, and it's not intentional. And I've tried to explain this to her over the years. And so, as much as I call her and I say I love you to pieces, is usually as fast as something bad happens. So I've told her that, and I don't know why. But we still have had some fun times over the years, and I would always hope to treasure her in the future in the ways that I've treasured her in the past. And so if she would allow me to, I would wish to continue our relationship. Anyways, one of the commercials that I wrote for her was a pretty awesome perfume commercial. So I wrote her a few of them, actually, but one of the ones that I liked a lot was it starts out in like an airplane, if I remember right, and there's this news crew, and well, they're reporting on something in the back of a very large cargo area of an airplane. Well, there's the cameraman and there's the woman reporter, who's Kate. And while reporting and while setting the camera down, the cameraman, well, opens up a lever, and the back end of this huge cargo plane, it opens up, and you see a wide view of the plane, and you see this area open up in the back. And they're all freaking out because everything that's netted up and tied to the walls just starts blowing in the wind, and then she's like, fix it, fix it. Well, during the argument of trying to fix it, they hit another latch, and everything starts to get unloaded from the plane. And you see all of these albums. Yeah, they're boxes and boxes of Kate Vogel albums getting dropped from the sky. And they're falling in like these, groups, and they all start, and from the ground area, you see like there's a lot of people looking up into the sky, and they see, oh my God, and you see these massive crates falling from the sky. Well, pretty soon you just see this, you hear this boom, and you can hear these people's chatter. They're just like, oh my God. And you just see this another boom, and you see this one mountain get hit by like 4 or 5 different huge blocks of Kate Vogel's music. And you just see this fast acting trip by all of these people driving up this dirt area to this mountain. You see the 4-wheel drive, and you see these people intent on finding out just what sort of alien invasion has happened. And they get to this mountain close up, and you see these like holes in the side of the mountain. And immediately, upon further investigation and entering the holes, you see in the first room, you just see these crystals, these bright blue crystals, like protruding from the walls, and you hear like this ringing sound, like they're humming. And it's everywhere. It's like the entire, around this cargo crate of all of her CDs is just these bright blue crystals. And you hear somebody scream and everybody goes running out of this room, and you see in this other room there's this girl. She's like, oh my god, it's so fucking hot! And you see these blood red crystals. Much like in the same format from the other room, but all in darkened red. And around this one crate. And like she's looking at the CD. What the fuck? Because I cuss in my commercials, believe it or not. It's about inviting the personality. I always do. I disagree with the way the world is. It's like, just get gross. Don't actually curse. You know, just make sure it's gross. So that everybody's dumber than yesterday. Just don't curse. But I curse in my commercials. What the fuck? She's stressed. Then you just hear like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And the guys, from seeing her still holding the CD, they want to know, because they know they heard 3 booms. And they just go running into this other room. You see all these white crystals. And they're all just like shimmering snow white. And it's another album. So like her 3 albums. And then resting on her final album, which is Ice Escapes. You see them all standing around like, and looking at all of the white crystals. And then one of her songs starts playing from that album. And then it just introduces her album in that way. And that's one of the things I do for my cape. Local science.